Hi Leute und willkommen zurück zu Bloodlines 2. Wir machen weiter. Main Story geht bei unserer Zuflucht weiter. Nebenquests habe ich jetzt abgeschlossen. Für die Nebenquests gibt es nicht diese Punkte, die wir sammeln müssen, halt, aber die Erfahrung. Deshalb habe ich jetzt den Passivskill hier ganz oben. Hält Sterbliche davon ab, dich anzugreifen, während du trinkst. Ist cool, wenn dann keine Bullen auf einen schießen. Ja. Und dann hier die ganzen passiven. Trinken lädt einen zusätzlichen Blutpunkt für eine zufällige Fähigkeit wieder auf. Okay. Gegner zu töten, ohne zu trinken, aktiviert dennoch deine passive Clan-Fähigkeit. Ist das hier? Der Schattenmantel. Du bist ja ganz kurz und ein bisschen schwerer zu sehen, wenn du irgendjemanden getötet hast. Dann Funke des Zorns. Gegner zu töten, ohne zu trinken, aktiviert den. Okay, es ist auch nur 6 Punkte für die Fähigkeit. Verlagern, Fähigkeit, laden über Zeit wieder auf. Verlagern, keine Ahnung. Widerstandskraft erhöht die Menge an Gesundheit, die durch Trinken wiederhergestellt wird. Sehr nice. Unsichtbarer Gang. Im Kauern-Sprint löst ein schnelles Pirschen nah am Boden aus. Keine Ahnung. Also ist alles so Passivzeug, was man wahrscheinlich skillen sollte. Aber ich will halt so geile aktive Sachen wie das hier haben. Erdstoß. Boom. Ist halt ein bisschen teuer. Okay, dann raus hier. Und wir gehen zur Main Quest. Ja, wie gesagt, ich habe jetzt die ganzen Nebenquests gemacht. Die beiden Nebenquests sind die Sammelobjekte, die ihr rechts oben habt. Der hier vorne am Tresen will, dass ihr diese, wo 4 von 30 steht, macht. Und sie da hinten mit dem Rosensymbol will diese Kreuze, wo 0 von 9 steht. Und die Kreuze kennen wir ja, das war ja bei dem Detektiv die Fälle, wo die Mädchen hinterher diese Kreuze haben, wird sie irgendwie für ihre Skulptur haben. Was diese andere 0 von 30 ist, weiß ich noch nicht. Aber ja, für den einen müssen wir halt die Stadt sauber machen. Für die andere die Kreuze finden und irgendwas finden wir noch raus. Und da ist was aufgeploppt. Das ist nice. Das nehmen wir gleich mit.
I shouldn't have walked. You want me? You got me.
Komm, komm.
Where you got in mind? Your place, my place, up against an alleyway.
Genau hier. Komm her. Nom nom. Also das heißt, ja, die Nebenquests geben zwar was, aber leider nicht so viel. Ach, warum ist... Ne, jetzt sind wir in diesem schwerer zu erkennen State, immer wenn wir was aussaugen oder was töten. Und das immer zu haben, ist halt cool. Aber egal, was wir machen.
hi there.
We should.
I don't think I've ever had a luckier night.
I want your wallet, watch, jewelry, whatever, now!
Nah.
Hat er so einen Kopf? Warte. Nein. Frech. Wenn die Beute wegläuft in beide Richtungen.
I need to find a better spot. This is it. The last one I need tonight.
Wir sind hinter uns. Tja, Pech. Ich nehme an, wir bekommen dann jetzt wieder... Wir gehen schlafen und... Wieder so ein Traumding.
Well, it's an education to watch you work. You're more thoughtful than I expected, given the tales. Guess it comes from practice and need, seeing through to the nub of a thing.
It is how I navigate the world. To understand the motives of a person is to find how to steer them.
Oh, I get it, I do. It is a novelty, though, to have a sheriff who can genuinely cogitate. We've done our share of legwork tonight, that's certain. You want to work the notes, both high and low? Time for slumber, then. Let's see what the new night brings.
Ihr wollt mich ihm tot quatschen, habe ich lieber gleich geskippt.
Oh. Well, hello there, buddy. I, did what you said. I woke up.
They set their feet upon the sod. Their lips split parched, their belly dry. Sweet succulence upon the vine. A sovereign full specified.
That's nice and all, but I have questions. Can you tell me your name?
Do I take you from your time, truth seeker? Do I interrupt your sleep?
I'm more interested in who you are.
They say trouble comes in pairs, detective.
Huh. That's a truth.
They say trouble comes in pairs.
They say trouble comes in pairs, and here I was with the first shoe in front of me, waiting for the other to drop. And let me tell you, this one was tight-laced and had a vicious tongue.
A deep sleeper? A goddamn deep sleeper? It is 8 o'clock at night and I've been standing out here for an hour. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your me time, Mr. Detective, but someone wants to kill me and no one seems to care.
Now, you'll find I'm a caring sort when I've time to get up to speed. So why don't you settle down and tell me your problem, Miss,
Verona. It's just Verona. And calm right down. I find a goddamn death threat in my purse and this freaky looking sword thing. And you want me calm?
Huh. Now that is interesting. A death threat and a decoration. Might I see them, Miss Verona?
That's why they sent me to you. I showed the officer at the desk. He said you'd help. Look, I went out last night with the girls, went through my purse for my keys this morning, and there they were. The letter, the cross thing, weren't there last night, and honest, this has got me shook up, Detective. Real shook up.
Oh, then you just let old Fabian take a look-see. See what shakes out.
Okay. Aha. Kennen wir. Suchen wir. Brauchen wir.
Now this was familiar. Nope, had nothing to say.
Well, hello there, my little parchment pal.
You got words to spill?
I am a death threat detective. That is my sole purpose, and all that you will get from me.
Nice choice of font and layout. A little fancy?
Why, yes. The seriousness of a matter is often best conveyed by a touch of formality. Just to make it clear, there'll be no messing around. And you see, I come from a quality printer. No smudging of ink or any little black lines. Which is, of course, the minimum standard in a well-phrased ultimatum.
Ha! Of course. That's quite a perfume you have there. Tangy, bitter, late nights and morning regrets.
Now, listen. I had to endure degradations to bear my message, you know. Dragged through smoke-filled dens, spattered with malt beer. Ugh.
Huh. So Miss Verona picked you up in a bar, then?
How dare you? Yeah, I mean, yes, I suppose so.
Good quality paper, but I see a few marks.
The finest thick cardstock as befits my role as a harbinger of doom. A few marks, I'll grant you, but I was folded very carefully. But then, alas, unceremoniously crammed into a purse filled with whatever junk the youngsters feel a need to carry. Not to mention the clear imprint I endured from the metal ornament that was my companion in travel.
The Cross of St. James. Pandora and cigarettes, sure, but he's still scratching at the armor of my think tank, trying to get in.
Might I hazard a guess, Detective? Was there not a case back when you were young? The gutter press called it the rebar killer.
No, so there was. But that was a long time ago. That case is cold as a corpse. Or I thought it was. Many thanks, loquacious letter. I'll talk to my boss, Benny. See if something is getting reheated.
Of course, Detective. Remember that one should always put one's stock in the paperwork.
Now that's a truth. The SPD do love to fill their filing cabinets. I should rattle a few drawers too, see if any old bones fall out. Well, thank you, mysterious missive. I gotta blow the dust off the rebar killer case and grill our girl about her favorite hangouts. Message received and understood.
The Rebar Killer. I'd heard that name many, many years before. If I remembered it right, in our world, he was Santiago, a hunter of kindred. What did that have to do with Verona?
Okay. Also da haben wir schon mal auf jeden Fall wieder dann haben wir nur mit ihm, immer mit diesem Killer zu tun. Das hat dann vielleicht mit uns in der Gegenwart dann was zu tun. Wieder auf der Karte. Ach so. Ich denke, welche Karte hier ist? Ist doch nichts.
I wondered if Verona had remembered anything else from her big night out. Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and deadbeats. And then there's the criminals. I wondered if Verona had remembered anything else. Seattle...
The folks would have stashed Verona in interrogation. I figured I should visit, since I did have questions for her.
Any news, Detective? You've caught him, right?
The law takes its sweet time, Miss Verona, but it makes the dessert all the sweeter. From the letter, I deduce you were in a bar last night, right?
Well, I did say I was out with the girls. Being honest, it's kind of a blur. But if you're gonna tell me I wrote the letter myself, I will not believe you.
Oh, I'm certain you couldn't do that, even sober. Some of these words are multisyllabic.
Well, exactly. But anyway, we had fun. We hit up a few places, the usual, you know. Oh God, I didn't text any of the girls to let them know I got home. And I'm out of charge. Now I know there's a killer, but I need to go.
Please, stay here. Make yourself comfortable. My colleagues might be a little unsanitary, but you can always trust a police officer. The trick, I find, is to figure out exactly how you can trust them. Trust them to take extended coffee breaks? Obviously. Trust them to lose paperwork? Naturally. Trust them to get irritated when you purloin their supply of paper clips to construct a vital scale model of a crime scene? Always. Anyway, you'll be safer here, within this magical circle of trust.
Well, all right, fine. At least you have Wi-Fi.
So I'm told. Plus, this frees me to focus on locating your tormentor and putting him safely behind bars. Strong, unbendable iron bars, which he is unlikely to be able to use in any kind of murder attempt.
What?
Never mind. Do you recall which dens of dissolution you visited? Bar chits, bills, outstanding tabs?
Why, Detective? Do I look like a girl who has to pay for her own drinks?
Yeah.
Let me think. There were a couple of dives, but we were trying to get into the fancy places too. I guess we started off at the Glacier for cocktails, but I think we were gonna try and get into the Macomb later. We heard it's real exclusive, like they don't even have a list. The bouncer knows you by sight.
Until later, Miss Verona.
Okay. Jetzt ein paar Orte unter die Lupe nehmen.
Seattle PD, full of drunks, bums, and...
How's life in the town?
Suck.
I do believe you.
I knew you were a man of taste.
Take care, Blair.
Nein, ne?
Immer noch ein Trinken, bevor man geht. Polizeiunterlagen. Polizeiunterlagen. Wo ist das Polizeiunterlagenschild? Locker Room? Evidence Room? Weapons? Oder müssen wir dafür nach oben?
Seattle PD.
Kann sein, dass wir dafür nach oben müssen. Records, Unterlagen. Könnte sein. Kann ich hier irgendwo mit irgendwas?
I had an agreement with Bob. He would ignore all my requests and I'd never ask him for anything. I'd do my own research. I found that asking the cabinets real nicely would make all the difference.
Well, if it isn't my favorite Flatfoot, I knew you'd crawl back to me.
Hey, Philomena, you got me. I never can resist a well-packed set of suspension files.
So what is it today, Detective? A little dalliance with my dispatches? A thumb through my probation log?
Looking to heat up an old cold one. Know anything about the rebar killer?
Why, Detective, I did not expect someone to rattle my drawers so thoroughly this early in the evening.
Oh, you know I always try to be gentle. What have you got?
You'll have to forgive me. It's a little dusty around my fundament. But I do have a little something. Now that is interesting. Someone's been here before you. Oh, sure, there are news clippings, side notes, dockets and warrants, all marked for your man. All in 1925. But the main case file, that's been lifted. Frankly, I feel violated.
What have you got on the killer without the case file?
A skeleton in my cupboard. The bones of a Storian. The flesh is missing. A series of mob hits in early 1925. Turf war, the funny papers call it. A clear out of local persons of interest to the police, and to those who serve hooch by the gallon. Same MO every time. Cold construction steel through the heart, and a swift chop to the neck. A 5-week sensation of slaughter, and then it all dries up in a record heat wave and a crackdown on bootlegging. No one ever found the heads. Huh?
Got anything new on the ghost ferries?
Now, we do have a letter here from one Captain Salty, alleging that the spectral boats are military. He says here there's an underwater base deep under... Apparently it's a prey...
I guess he got something right. I should get to it.
Come back when you can. I always need a good sorting.
Okay.
I went down to the Dutchman for a word with
Cold night. I decided to visit a few places Verona might have stumbled out of.
Spare $1? Really appreciate.
if it ain't my favorite gumball.
It's gumshoe, Captain, as I keep telling you.
Yeah, what is it? You found a crock of shit at the end of the rainbow?
I was wondering, you ever hear of the rebar killer? A case from back in the 1920s.
Long before my time. Name's familiar. Clue me in.
The news hounds called him the rebar killer because, well, he killed people using rebar. But for us, he was a hunter. Santiago.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I've heard of Santiago. Took down a few of our big names, right? What about him?
Santiago walks among us. We're all going to be pinned up on iron spikes and lose our heads.
What are you babbling about?
He's back. The Macomb killing last week. It's his work. Rebar, a missing head, and the sword of St. James.
So the puzzler of the precinct has another pet theory. Why should I listen this time?
Because last time he was in Seattle, he wiped out several powerful kindred. He's a risk.
I get it. It's thin, but we wouldn't want the chief to think we were asleep at the wheel. So go tell him. And tell him I sent you.
Tell Campbell?
Yeah, this turns out to be something, I look good. If it ends up as dog shit, I tell him you slipped a leash. Get it?
I get it. I better go, boss.
Yeah, you'd better.
Fabian, you old bloodhound. What can I do for the pride of the PD?
I was hoping you were in a talkative mood. It's about a girl.
Isn't it always? The young stay young, the old grow old, and somehow it always comes down to the heart.
She was here, so I'm told. Last night?
Listen, my friend. You know the rules. All sorts of people pass through. I don't ask their business, they don't ask mine. I mean, is this court orders or a masquerade breach? Lay it out for me.
You ever hear tell of a killer by the name of Santiago?
Santiago? Old St. James? Patron saint of veterinarians and skin traders, if I remember rightly. Friend to a certain carpenter in Jerusalem, so I hear. Should I hold a table for him?
Just bend a little, Oak Tree. Was the girl here? Name of Verona.
Fair Verona, huh? You sound rattled by this scene, buddy. I don't know the name. Why are you asking? If this isn't court or a breach of the mask. A hobby? A bird you've taken under your wing? Because there won't be trouble here, saint or sinner. Send her over if you want her to have a safe night out. But no who did what questions answered for you or for anyone. Not unless it's real kindred business.
I know it, I respect it, but this matters. I'll find a way to prove it.
Sure. I'll see you later, buddy.
I didn't see the point in confusing things. Yeah, I wasn't going to do that. I figured I needed my strength for other things.
Okay.
Verona said she'd been to the glacier, so I figured I'd best follow her trail.
hier hängen die coolen Kids rum. Aha. Home. Okay, wir jetzt nach...
Beer was cheap at the hole in the wall, and mortals did appreciate that.
Gehen wir jetzt nach da und dann...
A few Union Johnnies having a cold one, maybe.
Can you spare a moment for a few questions?
SPD, right? Yeah, go ahead. Quieter tonight. Not like last night. Man, that was a mess.
So what happened last night? Anything that stands out?
There was this one guy hanging out by the pool table. He was kind of creeping on a group of girls, you know, watching but never getting too close. The boss said he tried to warn him off, but this guy was hopped up on something real intense, scary. Boss called me for backup, but by that time the guy had gone.
Thanks. That's useful.
The piano was more out of tune than Herbert Hoover, and probably is old. Someone had a good night, unless they were playing hearts. Blip, bloop, bleep, bloop, plop. Never did get it. I did once win $100 from a one-armed bandit, but he died.
Beer was cheap at the hole in the wall, and mortals did appreciate that. I figured it was worth checking there.
Soon after. Oh, that would have just brought me trouble. I thought I was on the right lines already. I didn't think that was worth the effort. I wouldn't want to have to clean this place. Good view of where Verona was sitting from here.
So, tell me, Pockets. You see anything last night?
Could be any bar in any city, but you stroll right into mine, Detective.
There was a guy spent some time around you. Kind of a creep. You remember anything?
Now, how would I remember? Scores on the chalkboard are my only way of keeping a tally. Unless you're talking beer, sweat, and tears, Detective. This rough green holds its share of history, as I'm sure you know.
That's a fact. Talk to me of beer, sweat, and tears, Pockets.
Oh, Must you only focus on my flaws? It's hardly fair.
Oh, they ain't flaws. It's the little wrinkles that make you beautiful, and the memories they hold. For example, last night.
Well, I blush to say it, but my current perfume is that of day-old spilled beer. That and something else. Just a touch of dirt and fresh concrete.
That whiff of fresh concrete. It's faint, but...
Oh, darn it. I reckon I've got something on my leg. Some varmint has smeared me with dirt, Detective. Soil, concrete, and just a touch of
steel and plastic and the heady aroma of porta potty. Our target came from a building site. But which one? Oh, now wait. I'll lay odds it was the Western reconstruction site. Not too far and inhabited by anarchs, ghouls, and other lowlifes. Thanks, Pockets. Reckon I'll go digging.
I'd say don't get into any fistfights, Detective. But honestly, I don't think you have the balls.
Vom Billardtisch gedisst. Cool. Okay. Dann machen wir da im nächsten Part weiter. Ich chill dann hier. Und bis dahin. Ciao, Leute.